Hello, friends, and welcome to Pathologic Volume 8, Episode 18. Today's puzzle is a Nanro, a new one for us. It is a number placement puzzle, and let's take a look at the rules. In Nanro, we place a number into some cells so that all cells with numbers form one orthogonally connected area. This means that from any number in the solution, we can reach any other number by traveling horizontally and vertically through other numbers. Each region must contain at least one numbered cell, and every number in the region must be equal to how many numbered cells the region contains. Regions are these bold outlined areas, and you can see that in this big area, we have 2 2s in this area, we have 3 3s in this area, we have 4 4s, and so on. Two cells containing the same number may not share a region border. So we can have two regions bordering each other that have the same numbers in them, but the numbers themselves cannot touch. We can't have a 2 here because it would be bordering a 2 in a different region. And finally, no 2x2 region may be entirely numbered. So here we could also not have a number here because that would form a 2x2 here and a 2x2 here for that matter. Those are the rules of Nanro, so it is time to solve a puzzle. Today's Nanro was set by Shye. We have 3 regions with 2s in them. So this region in the top left, this will also apply to the bottom right, needs to connect to this number needs to connect to other numbers in the grid. And if this were to try to do that by going east, it would hit a dead end because we can't have more than 2 2s in this area. So it must go south. And that means the rest of these are all not numbers. And the same is going to happen down here. This has got to go north, making none of these, I guess I can click and drag, none of those are numbers. This will need to extend south, and there'll need to be a number here. What is that number? Well, because of the size of the region, it can't be bigger than 2, and it can't be equal to 2 because then we'd have 2 of the same number across a border. So this must be a 1, and that's not a number. And that's good. That connects over here to the 3. Same thing is going to happen, exactly the same thing right to here. This has got to be a 1. That took care of those. Now this region, because of all these x's, has the same property. It couldn't continue to the east because then it would get stranded. So that's a 2. These are all not a number. The 2 needs to go down here. We know that this region has 5. That's a given. So that's a 5. Here, our 2 will need to meet up with a 4 from down here. Do we know anything about where that happens? I think we do. Let's say it happened here. Then 4, I've already used 1 up, so we have 3 left. So this is one of them. And then to get to any other border so that it can get across this region, we would have to go, I guess, straight down is the quickest, but we hit this X. If we try to go over to meet up with the other 4, there's not room. So we can't get to this 4 or to either of these. We can't get to any of these 3 cells from here in just 4. Because this one's used up. So this is not where the connection happens. The connection must happen here, which in turn means it needs to connect to the 2 there. And that defines this top box. So this will, and we can't have a 2x2. So this needs to continue down here. And then it can't go over here. It would be stranded. It's got to go one of these 2 ways to meet up with this 4 and the edges. So one of these is a 4, and we're good there. Can we do similar tricks over on this side? Well, 7. That's interesting. This is an 8-cell region, so 7 out of the 8 are going to have numbers in them. So which one of these can be empty? The problem is going to be that we're going to end up with 2 by 2s unless we're very careful. If either of these were empty, then we'd have all 6 of these bottom filled in, giving us a couple 2 by 2s. So these are both 7. That means that we can't have both of these be 7, or we'd have a 2 by 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the only way we can leave one empty here. And now we've got an obvious 2 by 2 to avoid there, making this the other 7. So that's just given by that number and the nature of this region. That constrains our 3. Can't have the other 2 both here. So this one's got to be a 3. And then whichever one we pick, we will be connected to this region. So that's good. This region, does every region have to have a number? Double checking the rules. Yes, each region must contain at least one numbered cell. So that's actually a given 1. I missed that. 3. I don't think we know much about that yet. This 4 there can't be a 4 in this cell because it'd be next to that 4. So that's not one of the numbered cells. And these certainly can't all be 4s. We'd have a 2 by 2. So the remaining one has to be up here, which means that this is not a numbered cell because then we'd have 2 4s next to each other there. So now we have finished this region. 4, 4, 4, 4. This 3, we can't have 3s in both of these. So it's only one of them, and this is a 3. This 4 is in a dead end, so it needs to connect to a 5 here. We can't have a 2 by 2, and we need to fit 5 5s in this region, so those 2 are filled. A couple more 2 by 2s to avoid here and here. Then what? This right side of the grid is all bordered except right here. So that's the crack we're going to need to escape through. That makes this a definite 4. Oh, in fact, we only have enough spaces to fill in the rest of this region. Those are all 4s. That one's done. Avoid a 2 by 2. This is the only spot left for a 3. And we've done the right side of the grid. We just need these areas over here. How is our connection looking? We've got all of these connected all the way. Yeah, all of this is all connected. So we're not going to get direct help through that. We can, however, use border adjacency. Here we got a 3. We can't have a 3 here because it would be 2 3s across a border. So that's not a number. And therefore, these 2 must be. And this can't be adjacent to the 3 over across the border. So that's not a number. We are connected still through the top. And we're all connected through to down here. So this 3, we got 3 in this region, so this is not a number. And where are we going to fit 2 more 3s in this region? If it were here, we can't connect out. Don't have enough room or enough 3s to place. Same thing here. It would be 3, 3, and we're stranded. So that's not it. So it is these 2 3s. And that is wonderful because that gives us our 2 by 2 that we need in order to know that this is an X. Or alternately speaking, this 3 can't have a 3 next to it across the border. For both reasons, this is an X. And we finish this bottom one by putting a 3 there. And that is how you solve a Nanro.